Roll out the red carpet and turn on the spotlights. It's the Real Deal Oscar special, and we have a jam-packed show for you. Romelle Taday will recap the Oscars' most memorable moments, Connor Fack will share his opinion on child nominees, and Holly Wellman will deliver a special edition of Actor Spotlight.
All this is coming your way and more. Don't go anywhere, because The Real Deal starts now.
Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of The Real Deal, Ball State's premier entertainment news show. I'm Kaylee Russell.
And I'm Andrew Bennett. Hollywood's biggest night has come to a close, and as usual, history was made. Here with a recap of the Oscars' most unforgettable moments is Romelle Taday. Take it away, Romelle.
The 85th Annual Academy Awards, or more widely recognized as the Oscars, had some great turnouts and upsets Sunday night as host and Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane led the 3-hour telecast to an interesting yet exceptionally entertaining monologue. With special guests adding to the act, like Charlize Theron and Channing Tatum's dance tribute to Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Daniel Radcliffe in a soft shoe routine, and the exceptional Star Trek bit with William Shatner resurrecting his Captain Kirkness. Mark MacFarlane was sure on his way to comedy gold by celebrating music and film, as it was identified as the theme for this year's ceremony. Starting off the award-giving portion was winner Christoph Waltz for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Django Unchained. As one of the 2 Django wins, Waltz was pleased to be a part of director Quentin Tarantino's process and journey, which was later touched on in Tarantino's acceptance speech for his big win for original screenplay. Other big winners throughout the night included Life of Pi, leaving with 4 statuettes, including Bill Westenhofer, Guillaume Rocheron, Eric Jan de Boer, and Donald R. Elliott for visual effects, and Ang Lee for Best Director. Les Mis with 3, including Anne Hathaway's big win for Best Supporting Actress, and Argo with 3 as well, including Chris Terrio for Adapted Screenplay, and producers Grant Heslov, Ben Affleck, and George Clooney accepting for Best Picture. And who could forget our notable head honchos? Snagging Best Actress was the adorable Jennifer Lawrence for her work in Silver Linings Playbook. Though she fell on her way to accept her award, Lawrence rose to the top for her standing ovation and her quirky yet charming acceptance speech. For Best Actor, Shoo-in Daniel Day-Lewis won for his title role in Lincoln and generously accepted the award with a few witty jokes up his method sleeve. As for the theme of the evening, music was clearly present. Transitions, intimidating cutoffs, Jaws, and especially with the big tributes to Bond, movie musicals, and original songs. A few highlights included the full-fledged tribute to movie musicals, which included performances from cast members of Chicago, Dreamgirls, and Best Picture nominee Les Mis. Though a stunning Catherine Zeta-Jones kicked off with All That Jazz, the performance was not able to live up to its original performance in its 2002 film. However, a Miss Jennifer Hudson was able to segue into a goose-bumping raising rendition of And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going. Yet, it was trumped by the full cast of Les Mis with their finale number, One Day More. Other highlights included performances by the legendary Shirley Bassey with a belty Goldfinger making up for a very disappointing 50 years of Bond segment, the spotlight-stealing songstress and original song co-winner Adele killing it with a beautiful Skyfall. And let's not forget the extraordinary Barbra Streisand with a touching Memories to close the in memoriam presentation. And First Lady Michelle Obama even made a special appearance via satellite to help Jack Nicholson present the award for Best Picture. This has been Oscar Recap, and I'm Romelle Taday.
Thanks, Romelle. The campaign to get Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Daniel Radcliffe to host begins now.
Their singing and dancing was easily one of the biggest surprises of the night. But Captain Kirk is right. Tina and Amy should host everything.
I couldn't agree more. This year's Oscars definitely had its moments, some greater than others. Here with the show's biggest hits and misses is Ben Cramer. Ben?
Welcome to Hit or Miss, Oscar Edition. I'm your host, Ben Cramer, and I'm here to subjectively state my opinions on the hits of the show and, of course, the misses. Our first category is Hit Hosting Moment. When host Seth MacFarlane announced that the theme for the Oscars would celebrate musicals, I was surprised when I discovered how well he could sing. When he wasn't cracking jokes, he was singing a musical featuring some big names such as Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Daniel Radcliffe, Channing Tatum, and Charlize Theron. The winner in this category goes to MacFarlane, JGL, and Radcliffe, doing their number High Hopes. Next, we have the hit joke for the host. Now, for anyone who doesn't know McFarlane's style of humor, just watch Family Guy. McFarlane wasn't afraid to clash with anyone during his opening monologue. However, the joke that takes the prize for me was his very first one he opened the show with by saying, "The quest to make Tommy Lee Jones laugh starts now." And fortunately for McFarlane, that indeed made him laugh. While I really didn't find McFarlane to have any clear misses, I found the hit with him talking to Captain Kirk, aka William Shatner, dragging just a bit. His most uncomfortable joke to me was probably calling Django Unchained a date movie for Chris Brown and Rihanna. Moving on to the presenters, I couldn't just pick one hit because there was just so many. The hit presenters for me are the Avengers cast for their easy bantering and chemistry, Christopher Plummer for his ageless awesomeness, and for the woman who doesn't need an introduction, Meryl Streep, for not hesitating at all when she declared the inevitable winner for Best Actor. Honorable mention goes to the impressive team that made the CGI Ted look like there was an actual teddy bear on stage. The biggest miss of the night for me goes to Paul Rudd and Melissa McCarthy's super awkward improv that took way too long, as I quickly forgot what they were supposed to be presenting. The musical hits of the night came from the entire cast of Les Mis as they sang a medley to I Dreamed a Dream and One Day More, and also for Dame Shirley Bassey singing the theme of Goldfinger at the end of the 50 Years of James Bond montage. When it comes to the actual winners of the Academy Awards, I pretty much base a hit versus a miss off of their speech. And I know most of the winners say they don't prepare their acceptance speech, but the hit speeches are the ones that can land a joke or two instead of just running down the list of people to thank. Daniel Day-Lewis doing his third acceptance speech paid off in a big way as it got a big laugh when he admitted he was the first choice to play Margaret Thatcher instead of Meryl Streep. And I couldn't go without bringing up Jennifer Lawrence's speech. If she wasn't cool enough already, her trip up the stairs and then laughing it off deserves a hit. But now that I think about it, I would have loved to see what Quvenzhané Wallis would have said in a speech. Maybe she could have borrowed from a character and shout, "I'm the man." Yep, that would have done. The biggest miss goes to the guy that wore the kilt after winning Best Animated Feature for Brave. Maybe I was still shaking my head from the Paul Rudd, Melissa McCarthy mishap, or maybe it was because I had picked Wreck-It Ralph to win, but a kilt? So there you have it. The hits and misses for the 85th Annual Academy Awards. Now I better shut up before the theme to Jaws cuts me off.
Thanks, Ben. I was half expecting a shark to devour some of those winners before they finish their speeches. Maybe next year.
Well, it looks like it's time for our first break. When we come back, Chauncey Baker will tell you what he hates most about the Oscars in the Rant. But first, here's this weekend's box office report.
I can't let you go. There's no safer place for you than here with me.
That was amazing!
For the ultimate family escape.
I'm gonna miss this place.
Fly, blue bunny, fly!
Whoop!
Escape from planet Earth.
The Kingpin.
Yeah, you know that he's never coming back. Hey, John, you sure you can pull this off?
Trust me.
Oh, thank God. You're all right, though, huh?
Yeah, rental car doesn't even have a scratch on it.
Woo! That's great news. Car's fine. What's more important...
Oh, you should have put your hazards on.
I'm an outlaw. I'm an outlaw.
Welcome back. Do you ever feel that the Academy makes the wrong choices in their nominees and winners? Well, you're not alone. Chauncey Baker is here to tell us what bothers him about Oscar voting politics in the Rant. Take it away, Chauncey.
Thanks, guys. Did you honestly think you'd be able to go a whole episode without one complaint about the Oscars? Well, think again. While I do believe that the Academy has given away awards to films that deserve them, Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven, Dances with Wolves, Crash, and several other movies I could mention, but won't, out of respect for your sanity. The Academy is blinded by politics within Hollywood. How come Quentin Tarantino still hasn't won Best Picture even though he's made excellent films like Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, and Inglourious Basterds? One theory is that he uses unconventional methods and takes chances with his movies, something other directors have completely forgotten about in Hollywood. I'm sure Django didn't win many awards mainly due to the multiple uses of a certain word that begins with N. But it won Best Screenplay, so who knows what was going on in the voters' heads. Another directly consistently screwed by the Academy is Martin Scorsese. He didn't win any awards until The Departed, which is easily one of the least favorite films of his. It was still good, though. I mean, this is the same dude who made Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Mean Streets, and Casino. How about actors? Johnny Depp has been criminally unrecognized by the Academy for many years. What about Willem Dafoe, or even Christopher Walken? Dare I say it, even Leo DiCaprio. They've also handed out Oscars to artsy films that sometimes are extremely dull. I mean, did you honestly enjoy Slumdog Millionaire? It was okay at best, but not Academy Awards material. I think the Academy should focus less on the political reputation of the personnel behind a film and focus more on the entertainment, artistic merit, and general accomplishments of the film, not the personal lives of the people involved of specific productions. I'm Chauncey Baker, and this has been The Rant. I still think Django should have won Best Picture.
Thanks, Chauncey. Poor Leo. His time will come.
But it doesn't look like that will happen anytime soon. Apparently, he's decided to take a break from acting for a while.
Well, he's not going to win awards that way. Anyway, it looks like it's time for our next break. And when we come back, Connor Fack will give us his take on child nominees. Holly Wellman will tell us about a record-breaking nominee who recently has come into the spotlight. And later, Aaron Beal will give us his suggestions for next year's Oscars. Stick around.